guys, how are you doing? This is just a super quick video for you guys. I really want to put something out there and plant a bit of a seed. I know I've got tons of EVH fans on my channel, tons of customers of Evhgear, and I think it's important that I made this video. It's just an idea that I had, and it's really one that I've been thinking about a while. So this is what it is. So Evhgear have hooked back up with James Brown, which we all know about, and we're all quite excited about. I started thinking, hang on a minute, let's look at James Brown for a minute. So James Brown designed, in conjunction with Eddie and obviously Peavy, the original 5150, and it's a fantastic amp, still is today a fantastic amp. Then Eddie left Peavy. James Brown then worked for Custom Amplification, and he made an amp called the Double Cross, which didn't do that well. It wasn't around that long. I actually tried to get hold of one, but by the time I tried to get hold of it, they were out of production. It was an amp that was full of features, absolutely jam-packed with features. Tons of switches, tons of knobs. I'll put a picture of it on the screen for you. It was quite an ugly looking amp, if I'm honest. I didn't like the way it looked at all. I think that was its biggest downfall probably, but again, it was probably a fantastic amp. Next, James Brown moved on to Schecter guitars, and he designed an amp for those guys that were going into amp, but didn't really take off for whatever reason. Schecter's marketing for that was awful. No offense to Schecter, because I think Schecter guitars are great, and no offense to the guy in the demo either, but they were getting a guy to demo the amp who wasn't even a metal guitarist, and it was aimed at the metal market, so it was a bit, it just didn't seem right. It just was marketed badly, in my opinion. Then James Brown moved on and he started doing amp tweaker pedals. Now, amp tweaker pedals are absolutely awesome, and they've built up a reputation with producers, and they've started popping up in studios, especially with the studios that do metal bands and heavy rock and high gain type of music. Now, as far as I'm aware, James Brown, when he joined Evhgear, left his amp tweaker project behind. Maybe sold it on, because it's still around now to buy. I think he sold it on to someone else or something. I don't think he's involved with it anymore. He could be involved. Correct me in the comments if he still does own the company, but I think he moved on from it. Anyway, the point is here, James Brown is one of the most well-known and renowned amp designers in the world, okay? That's a fact. But he's also one of the most respected and well-known pedal designers in the world. So it seems really obvious to me, thinking about it, and I can't believe I've not really thought of it before, the Evhgear have the everything they need to make an Evhgear line of pedals. Now, I don't know where that would stand, and contracts and stuff with MXR and all that business will be in place, but I'm thinking, hang on a minute, you know, you've got one of the best pedal builders in the world, best amp builders, working with you again now, and Fender also have pedals out, so they have the ability already there in the factory to make these things. And I kind of want to put this out there because, for one, I'm interested in this. You know, I would buy these. If EVH brought out a preamp pedal, I would buy it, and I have all these EVHs, and that is because I would then be able to carry around with me the EVH tone in something about this big. You know, you could have a clean and a red version, and a clean and a blue version, like the LBXs have been, and it just seems to me so obvious that this would sell, you know, this would sell a lot. It would be cheaper than the heads, obviously, because it's a pedal, and with James Brown on board, they might even be able to put preamp tubes in the pedal. Some brands are doing that now, so you're basically stealing the exact preamp and just taking it around with you, you know, and with Fender's production team and powers and the size of Fender in general, they could even put like a solid state, you know, like a DC power pedal in there to power it as well, and you could basically carry around an EVH tone in something about this big, which is just an insane thought, you know, and it probably won't happen, but I want it to happen, and I want Evhgear to go into manufacturing pedals for those guys, because I would use them, and I'm sure you guys would too. So what I want you to do is just put down below in the comments what you think about this. I do have artist relations and people at Fender and EVH that watch my videos, So that's why it's so important that if you would buy one of these and you think it's a good idea, put it down in the comments and let's see if we can make this happen, because to have an Evhgear 5153 in a small pedal with tubes in maybe is just like a godsend to me. I mean, when you want to record, you could just plug it straight into your interface and you've got that EVH tone there without having to worry about, you know, powering it or anything like that. You know, you just put a cab sim on there and you're ready to go, or an IR or whatever. If you're playing live, you know, you could even put like a speaker simulator out on it, so you could go straight into the PA. It just, you know, a lot of other brands have done this, and it just seems strange that Evhgear haven't, when they have the ultimate power to actually make a really amazing job of this. Anyway, thanks for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more Evhgear content, and keep safe, and I'll see you all soon.